Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris. Sometimes you just need something really beautiful to play. I was listening to a rendition of a Bach Cello Suite by YoYo Ma, and I was very inspired. It was just a very, very beautiful sound. And in replicating that on the guitar, I sort of developed this exercise that I just played for you. It's a very classical sounding exercise, and I just thought it was quite beautiful. Meanwhile, I want to share it with you because it does a few really, really interesting things. Number one, the entire exercise is written with spread voice triads. If you don't know what a spread voice triad is, it's basically taking a chord and having one of the notes be outside of the octave of the other notes. So it just widens the harmonic sort of value of it. And it's a very sort of beautiful suspended sound, no matter if you're playing major or minor chords. The second thing it does is that as I wrote it, I specifically put a key change in it. So the majority of the piece is in the key of D with these spread voice triads. And then in the middle of the piece, it changes to the key of C. And given that we're sort of hearing the D as a tonal center, it changes it into a minor key, which is quite beautiful. So you have to sort of watch out how the harmony shifts below your fingers, which I think is always a valuable thing to do. And then finally, the mechanism itself has a string skipping arpeggio with a scale tone thrown in, and I'll show you how to do that here in a moment. But those three things sort of add up to an exercise that basically keeps you on your toes, keeps you looking at the fretboard in a way that makes you sort of stay awake, gets your right and left hand synchronized, and they have to sort of pay attention to each other. And you're also, by happenstance, playing something that's incredibly beautiful. Okay, so the way this goes, split triads, as I explained, are basically just a triad with one of the tones outside of the octave of the other two. I developed this exercise in this way to both get this spread voice triad under my fingers, as well as sort of provide some sort of pleasing musical exercise. Let's just get right down to it. This is in the key of D. There is a chord change in the middle, but I'll explain that as we go. The primary mechanic is basically arpeggiating through the spread voice triad, adding a chord tone, and then coming on back down. So I'll show you how to do that. Here we are in the key of D. This is our D major chord, with the root on the A string, 5th fret, D. The way we do this is arpeggiate through the chord. When we get to the top, we rock back and forth between the 2 and the 3, and then come back down. It looks like this. Root, 5, 3, 2, 3, 5. That's the basic mechanic of it. And then what I do is I just take it through, I harmonize the D major scale, like so. So it starts on D major, then E minor, back again, now to C sharp diminished, and we start over again. The 2. Now F sharp minor. Watch this tricky little thing here. You're other words, to stay in the key of D, I need that note. Then up to the G. When I get to this note, I just finish the scale. Bend up to that D note. Then we go back to the D major, C sharp diminished, A, and we're back to D. Now there's a key change to D minor, C major, D minor, C major again. Now I go up to the E minor and we're switching keys here again back to D. F sharp minor, G, and I just stay on the G here. Then the final resolution is D, C sharp diminished, A, back to D. Well, there it is. It's just a very, very beautiful exercise. Work on getting that right hand technique down with the string skipping and that scale tone thrown in. Work on the timing. You can play this very, very emotionally. You can really make it a very intimate piece. It sounds great on acoustic guitar as well. I've got all the tabs on my Patreon page. That's linked in the description below. I hope you enjoy this. Sometimes it's just nice to have something really, really just quite beautiful to play. And I hope you have a good time with it. See you next time.